First, Sunderland host Newcastle in the Tyne & Wear derby for the first time in 7 years at lunchtime tomorrow. And it's live right here on talkSPORT.
Spine-tingling occasion with a fixture that evokes memories.
And Paolo Di Canio and his entourage swoop onto David Vaughan, who was turned in, an absolute screamer.
And Kevin Nolan does the chicken dance and gets a hat-trick for Newcastle United.
That is the past. This is now.
For Bellingham, and he scores! The flag doesn't go up, and Sunderland hit the lead!
The story of Sunderland in 2024, can our players mature and play more consistently at their best level? Because when they do, I think they're a joy to watch.
There's always drama in football. Whoever you support.
If you do, let me know. Newcastle are out of Europe. Newcastle 1, AC Milan 2.
It is a rivalry that has never lacked for spice or intrigue.
And Jack Clark heads the ball into the back of the net.
Setting up Longstaff, and it's only taken Newcastle 4.5 minutes.
A brilliant draw. I think it'll be a great game.
This could be the story of the FA Cup third round for this season.
Could be. Either way, you'll hear everything that happens live on talkSPORT tomorrow. A massive, massive game of football tomorrow lunchtime to see Sunderland against Newcastle. Before we talk about the madness that's actually happened at Sunderland, you and I will speak. I introduced you to a mate of mine, Gabe Turner, as he was leaving. He had a little chat with H&J about his brilliant documentary. It's out on Netflix, actually, at the moment. He's a
What's
big...
it called?
Oh, I know you're going to say that. It's about World Cup captains.
Captains of the World.
Captains of the World. It's a great doc, so go see it. He's a big Sunderland fan. And I said, what do you fancy? And he said, it's a good time to play Newcastle, isn't it? And I went, I think it is a good time. Is it how Sunderland fans and the players will feel?
Yeah, but it's sometimes it's not as easy as that. It's yes, you're having a bit of a bad time, Newcastle. You can't hide the fact. But this derby almost feels like form goes out the window. It's an incredible derby to be involved in. It's not incredible when you're on the end of an absolute hiding.
Which you were.
Which I was.
You scored.
What
was the score? 5-1, 6-1?
We got beat 5-1.
And you scored the goal?
The last one, yeah.
In the 90th minute?
Yeah. Not great.
Did you celebrate?
No.
Did you go out that night?
No.
Did you go out that night?
Wait, listen. We talk off air. Do you know what I mean? We talk off air and you're there. Do you know what I mean?
I thought you could say you went out that night.
I didn't.
Okay.
But yes. God, Joe, what's wrong with him? Honestly, you know what? I agree with why you didn't give him that package yesterday.
Right.
Before I like that.
I didn't think that was a big deal for you to say that.
No, anyway, but yeah, it was 5-1. It was awful. Yeah, it was awful.
Right.
I don't know what I'm talking about now. But no, in that region, that neck of the woods, that game means so much to Sunderland fans.
You played in massive derbies, right? You played in North London derby. Go through them all for me. You played in Midlands derby?
Right. No, I never played against Birmingham. I played against West Brom, but I didn't play in the derby, which is Birmingham.
Okay.
Ipswich Norwich.
Okay.
Tottenham Arsenal.
Yeah.
Tottenham Chelsea.
All right.
Which is massive.
Tottenham West Ham you would have done.
Derby Forest.
Derby Forest, right?
This one, Sunderland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you played a lot of derbies.
Yeah.
This one, head and shoulders above every...
In terms of aggression, do you know what? There's two, and one of them is, again, not really a derby, but it is a derby, but it's not. So this one is passionate, right? Sunderland, Newcastle. Tottenham, Chelsea, I swear to you, is like something else. Like Tottenham, Arsenal was good, but back then Arsenal were better than Spurs. Like they were better than us. They had better players. It was, whereas that Chelsea one, I promise you, Chelsea were better than us back then as well. But it was like in the tunnel was chirping off, tackled. Honestly,
even in the tunnel,
mate. Chelsea and the supporters. Spurs supporters and Chelsea supporters. It was hatred.
Okay, staying with the supporters then. What one do you think is bigger for supporters? Spurs, Chelsea, or Sunderland?
Sunderland.
Yeah, I
Sunderland
agree
fans. I remember when we got beat 5-1. The next couple of weeks was horrible. Like I think we beat Stoke the following weekend, I believe, or something. And it was just like no. It felt like there was no energy, no passion from the supporters because that's the one they want to win. Even when I signed there, my first season, Newcastle were in the Championship. But even though they were in a different division, someone said to me, we have to beat Newcastle. If we end up drawing Newcastle in the Cup, we have to beat them.
Yeah. So there are some Newcastle and Sunderland fans that will actually say this is all we care about.
Yeah, 100%.
I can see that.
Someone said Charlton Millwall. I never played Charlton Millwall.
Why you playing? You weren't fit for it?
No, I weren't there. Charlton Millwall were in the Championship.
Okay. This is one of the headlines going into today, actually. Sunderland fans rage at club's French-Swiss owner, Louis Dreyfus, as pictures emerge of £600 a ticket hospitality bar decked out in black and white Newcastle slogans ahead of FA Cup grudge match, forcing the club into an embarrassing climb down. One of the banners that they put up, this is Sunderland fans, I still can't believe this, was Cheer Up Peter Reid, which was a song that Newcastle fans would sing to Sunderland, taking the mickey out of an ex-Sunderland manager.
Yeah.
What do you make of this?
It's absolutely bonkers, and the fact that they've allowed that to happen is quite scary. That tells you about the history. If anything, they should have gone the other way. Like, no beer, the tap's not working, one toilet, tap water. Like,
Of course it should have done.
Make it horrible.
Horrific.
Not let them go there and it'd be all nice and comfortable and all that. You can't do that. But Sunderland fans will be raging about this, and I mean raging.
It is disgusting, isn't
Disgusting.
it? And I do feel for football fans, because when they get taken over by owners that know nothing about the club, nothing about the history, what games... This underlines the fact to me, the directors and also the owner, Louis Dreyfus, have no understanding about how big this game is. Have no understanding whatsoever.
When I was at Sunderland, it was Ellis Short who signed me, American. But what he had underneath him was Niall Quinn. Now, Niall Quinn is Sunderland. He knows exactly what it takes to, obviously, at that football club. So he knew any kind of issues he had or what he wasn't sure about, go to Niall Quinn. Because you talk about Sunderland legend, that he knew exactly what to do, how to conduct himself, what would have been the fans would have been thinking. But the fact that this guy's gone in there and done that is... I've never heard of that before.
I think that Louis Dreyfus has come out and said he didn't know about it, right?
How can he not?
Well, you own the club, right? So you can't... There's no way you can get out by going, nothing to do with me. Even if you didn't, it comes under your domain. Yeah. People work for you, right? But what I can't understand is how that has happened. How someone has gone, okay, I'll get. What's the sign? Cheer up, Peter. I'll get that made for this club. How's that happened?
No,
I'm not going down the woke angle of get him sacked.
No, I don't like all that.
You look at someone the wrong way now. Those get him sacked. It's ridiculous. But still, at the same time, I don't know how that's been allowed to happen.
No.
It is quite scary. The only thing I can think of is someone on that ball was a Newcastle fan and has done it for comedy value. Yeah. That's the only way I can.
Wow.
Let's go to the phone lines, 03717 223344. Michael wants to talk about that. Hello, Michael.
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm very well. How are you today?
Not so bad, thank you. Apart from the obvious.
Apart from the obvious, yeah. Go on. You want to talk about the banners, right?
Yeah. I mean, I just think it's ridiculous how it's even gotten to that. I mean, it should have just been... Fans in, go to the match, fans out. I don't know why we've been so hospitable to them. That bar could end up being trashed, especially if we beat them as well. I just don't understand what the club were thinking. If they had to give them the bar, why not just leave it neutral? Don't let them put anything up on the walls or anything like that. It just seems ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, Michael, to me, it feels a bit bonkers going above and beyond for your arch rivals. That just tells me, as Andy was speaking about earlier, the owners have no idea about the football club and the relationship between the two clubs.
Yeah, I agree, Darren. And like what you said just a few moments ago about having someone like Niall Quinn who knows the club, knows the area, that link between the board and the fans is what we're lacking at the moment. And it just, I don't know if it's a lack of respect or just naivety or, it's just ridiculous, to be honest.
I don't think it's a lack of respect. I think it's the people in charge making these decisions having no idea whatsoever about what this game means.
Yeah.
Because if they did, it wouldn't happen. It's that simple. If you knew how big this game was for Newcastle and for Sunderland, there's no way in a million years you would have done that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the game means it's everything this weekend. It's that game. It's all or nothing for most fans, if not all of them. I mean, speaking of the game itself, just getting away from the fiasco of the bar, I must admit I am looking forward to the game. I'm fairly confident. I think in some respects it's a free hit. I think more pressure's on them, and I do think we can nick it, to be honest.
Do you know, I mean, these games are, as you said, they're really, really special. Them coming to Sunderland as well make a big difference. You guys are in decent form as well. Obviously, 2 wins in your last 3. You should be going there with a lot of confidence because they're having a bit of a tough time at the minute.
Yeah, I agree. And even if we get beat, Darren, you know what? Even if we lose, as long as we've gone out, made a good fist of it, it's all you can ask, to be honest, of the lads.
Michael, how good's Jack Clark, by the way?
He's brilliant.
Wow.
I just hope he's on his game tomorrow, which I do think he will be. I hope Patrick Roberts is fit.
Yeah.
If he is, maybe come off the bench, as he's missed a game or two. But I think if we go at them, don't go gung-ho, but still have a go at them, I think we can get something.
Let me ask you, Bent was talking before, I don't know if you heard, he played one of these games. I think you played in a couple of them, but one of them in particular, you were on the losing side, Sunderland lost 5-1. Would you take?
I remember.
Would you take a 5-1 defeat if it meant you get into the playoffs?
Absolutely not.
See?
No way.
Told you.
not a chance.
What's bigger for you, winning this and not making the playoffs, or losing it and getting to the playoffs?
It's got to be winning this. It's
amazing.
It might never happen again in my lifetime in the cup, so it's this game all the way.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Michael, listen, best of luck to you and to Newcastle, but thanks for calling, pal.
And Newcastle.
Thanks, guys.
Well, I've got nothing. I haven't got a dog in the fight.
But best luck to you and Newcastle.
I haven't got a dog in the fight.
No.
I don't care.
No, but good luck to you, Sunderland.
Yeah, you're a Sunderland legend. You can say that. I
I'm
don't.
not legend, but yeah.
Makes no difference to me, right?
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.